Assalamu alaikum, welcome again. Next topic is restriction of relief against total income. The maximum loss that can be relieved is 50,000 or 25% of adjusted total income, whichever is higher, right? So if you have a adjusted total income of up to 2 lakh, it means this is the 50,000 amount that is said to be maximum loss that can be relieved. And if your adjusted total income is in excess of 2 lakh, then 25% of adjusted total income will be the maximum loss that can be relieved. Another important thing is that you have to identify the adjusted total income. Remember that it is different from adjusted net income, which we have studied in the second chapter. In the second chapter, when we have to adjust the personal allowance or child benefit charge, we have considered a term named as adjusted net income, but this is adjusted total income. So how it will be calculated? It is said to be total income less gross personal pension contribution, right? So if you deduct the gross personal pension contribution from total income, you will get the adjusted total income. Another important factor is that this restriction would be applicable if you are setting off loss against other income. This restriction is applicable if you are offsetting the loss against other income, and if you are setting off loss against the same trade profit, this restriction is not applicable. This restriction is not applicable where loss is relief against profit of same trade. So this is the important point you need to remember. So let's see how it should be applied to a scenario. Here is the question. Sheetal is a sole trader and has adjusted trading result of 30th November 21 as 64,000 profit, and in the 30th November 22 year it is 1,27,800 of loss. She has saving income of 63,000 each year but no other income. She makes a gross personal pension scheme contribution 5,725. So remember that the maximum restriction that would be applicable is 50,000, because the total income is less than 2 lakh, or adjusted total income is less than 2 lakh. If you deduct 5,725 from 64,000 plus 63,000, 1,27,000, it is obviously 1,21,000 something, which is less than 2 lakh. So we need to apply the restriction of 50,000. Another point in question has been given. Sheetal wishes to offset the trading loss against her total income for the tax year 22-23 and then 21-22. So you have been given how to set up your losses. First against the total income of 22-23 and then 21-22. Calculate Sheetal's taxable income for the tax year 21-22 and 22-23. Assume the rate and allowances are same, applicable throughout the year. So first we have to consider to set up the loss against the income of 22-23. So trading profit in this year is 0, because in this current year we are suffering loss, and other income is 63,000. So total income is 63,000. And as we are setting off loss against other income, not against the same trade profit, so maximum restriction would be applicable. So according to the maximum restriction, 50,000 of loss can be set off in the current year. Remaining amount would be 13,000, and after deducting personal allowance of 12,570, it would be only 4,030 taxable income. Remember, you have to mention the working of loss memorandum. Loss in 22-23 is 1,27,800. Used in 22-23 against other income 50,000. Right. Now in 21-22 we have a trading income of 64,000, other income of 63,000. So total income is 1,27,000. So first we are setting off loss against the trading profit, and if we are setting off loss against trading profit against same trade, no restriction is applicable. So whole 64,000 of loss can be set off against this same trade profit. Now consider that out of 1,27,800, 50,000 has been set off in the current year, 64 in the previous year's trading profit, remaining 13,800 of loss is available to be set off against other income. So use in 21-22 against same trade. So if a loss is set off against same trade, no restriction is applicable. After that we have 13,800 of loss available. So here no doubt restriction can be applicable, but as the amount is less than 50,000, we can set off the whole amount. So after deducting this, we have 49,200 of income, and out of this income, when we will deduct the 12,570 of personal allowance, it will be 36,630 of income. So this is the rule that you must remember, that if you are setting off loss against other income, the maximum restriction of 50,000 would be applicable, and if you are setting loss against the profit of the same trade, this restriction is not applicable. Now I will consider the opening year rules. Opening year losses rules are applicable on the business that has started in the current year. Same options are available as those available on ongoing business. All other options that are available to ongoing business are also available to opening year business losses. Plus, a special 3-year carry forward relief is given for early loss relief. This is a special opening year relief option available. 3-year carry back relief means you have started the business, and if you have suffered that loss, you can set off that loss by carry back to be set off against previous year's other income or employment income or whatsoever. Another thing, losses will not be overlapped. Special 3-year carry back relief applies to losses of first 4 year of trading. Claim against total income of 3 previous year should be on FIFO basis. It means if you have suffered a loss in 21-22, or we can change into current tax year. If you have suffered loss in the current tax year 22-23, this loss can be set off first against 19-20's total income, then against 20-21's total income, and then again 21-22's total income. So this is how opening year loss relief is applicable. Claim can be made for tax year 22-23. Loss claim can be made up to 31st January 2025. For opening year losses, first you have to identify the income in accordance with the tax year. Like in this question, he started trading on 1st June 21. Her result as adjusted tax purpose are: for the year 31st May 22, she suffered a loss of 19,200, and for the year ended 31st May 23, she earned a profit of 48,000. Now they are requiring that calculate the taxable trading profit and available losses for the tax year 21-22 and 22-23, right? So we have to apply the opening year rule basis. That first we have to consider that our business starts on 1st June 21. So our first tax year is from the date of starting the business till tax year ending date, and this is from 1st June 21 to 5th April 22, period of 10 months: June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February and March. So out of 19,200, 10 months loss will be recorded in this tax year 21-22, 16,000, and losses cannot be overlapped, so remaining loss will be recorded in the year 22-23, right? So this is how to record the losses, how to identify the period of losses, so that you can set off it. First you must know how much loss is to be recorded in the particular tax year. So we have considered that 19,200 of total loss. Out of this loss, 16,000 of loss is to be recorded in the tax year 21-22 and 3,200 in the year 22-23. So same is your test understanding 4, in which you have to consider the same fact that from 1st May to 30th April you have to consider this amount 36,000. 11 months of loss is recorded in the year 21-22 and remaining will be recorded in the next year. So now special opening year rule, we have to apply these rules. First is Caroline started her business on 1st July 21. Her trading result as adjusted for tax purpose for the first 2 years are as follows. In the first year she has suffered a loss of 12,000, and in the year ended 30th June 23 she earned a profit of 5,465. Before becoming self-employed, Caroline had been employed as a dressmaker. Her remuneration from this employment, which ceased on 30th September 20, was 7,300, 13,490 and 16,200. Apart from this, Caroline has other income of 4,850. Calculate the taxable income for all tax years after claiming special opening year loss relief. So this is the question. Remember that you need to consider if you have suffered a loss in 22-23, it should be set off first against the profit of 19-20, then 20-21 and then 21-22. So first we have to consider the income of that particular person in different year, and the years are 30 June 22 and 30 June 23. These are the year, and we have to calculate. So first we have to consider the loss suffered in the opening year that started on 1st July 21 and ended on 30th June 22. So first tax year would be in accordance with opening year rule. This is from 1st July 21 to 5th April 22, and tax year is said to be 1st July 21, 21, 22. This is the tax year 21-22. Period is from 1st July to 5th April, period is 9 months. The total loss suffered is 12,000 in the first whole tax year. We have to identify that 9 months of this loss relate to the tax year 21-22, right? And the remaining loss would be considered, as losses are not overlapped, so remaining loss would be considered in the year 22-23. So now we have to record the income mentioned in this question from the year 18-19 onwards. So it is 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22 and so on. First of all, employment income, which has been given in the previous year, is 16,200, 13,490. I think so 7,300, and no employment income is in the 21-22 year. Then he has other income of 4,850. And 4,850 in this year as well, and in the coming year as well. So in the year 30th June 23, he has earned a profit of 5,465. So it will be 22-23, and trading profit, no profit. And in the year 20, because we have to apply the date of ending in accordance with the date of ending current year basis, and in this year the income is 5,465. So first, the loss suffered in the year 21-22 can be set up 3 years back, means 18-19, against the total income of 18-19. In 18-19, total income is said to be 21,050. In this year, the income is 13,490 plus 18,340. This year it is 12,150, 4,850 and 5,465, right? But in this year other income remains the same, it will be 4,850 in every year. So in these year it is also considered 4,850 and 5,1,310, 10,350. So now we have two set of loss. Out of total loss of 12,000, 9,000 of loss can be set up in the year 18-19. How it is? Because the loss is for the tax year 21-22, and if you less 3 years, it is the year 18-19 in which you have to set off the loss. So remaining income will be 12,050, and the remaining 3,000 loss relates to the tax year 22-23. If we carry back it for 3 years, the year against which the loss can be set off is 19-20. So 3,000 of loss will be set off against this year. So this year income would be 15,340. Now consider what is the requirement of question. Calculate the taxable income. If you have been asked to calculate the taxable income, it means you have to deduct the personal allowance as well, right? For net income, you have to calculate up till this point. For taxable income, you have to deduct the personal allowance as well. So 12,570 of personal allowance were deducted. There is 0 income, and this year it will be 0,772, and this year again as a result of personal allowance it will be 0, 0, 0 and 0, right? So this is the application of opening year rules. Now in this regard you have to do the test your understanding 5, but it is better that I will guide you in this regard, because again you have to identify that out of this 28,480 of loss, which loss relate to which tax year. As we have considered this working first, that from the beginning of the business till the first tax year ending date, we have to identify the loss for this period. So same is the case in this question as well. So you have to try this question, test understanding 5. Then it is about termination loss relief. Terminal loss relief, loss of last 12 months. It cannot be carried forward because business is going to finish. It can be carried back against trading profit of last 3 years, but on LIFO basis. And again, claim for such loss relief for the tax year 22-23, loss of tax year 22-23, the claim can be made up to 5th April 27. So, how to calculate the loss? First, we have to consider 6 April before cessation of to date of cessation, right? What does it means? If your business is going to end on 30th June 23, if your business is going to end on 30 June 23, you have to consider 6 April before cessation, means from 6 April to the date of cessation, 6 April 23 to the 30th April date. For this period, loss you have to consider, and then actual trading loss, and you have to consider the overlap profit as well. Then 12 months before cessation to 5th April before cessation, means the business is ceased on 30th June 23. 12 months before date is 1st July 22. From this date to the date of following tax year ending 5th April 23, you have to consider the actual loss of this period. Then you have to consider the overlap profit, and this will be the total termination loss, right? So, in this regard, we have an example of this. You have ceased trading on 30th June 22. His final period of trade was the 9 months to 30th June 22. The dates are similar as we have taken in our example, and before that he prepared accounts to 30th September. 9 months to 30th June 22, 7,200 of loss. Before that his trading period is different. It is 30th September year ending date, in which he has earned a profit of 100, in the previous year 7,300, and from previous to that 7,500. Her overlap profit, his overlap profit is 1,800. He has no other source of income. Calculate the terminal loss available and show how relief may be obtained for it. So, in accordance with rule, we have to consider first that date of cessation of business is 30th June and 2022. So, we have to consider the loss from the 6th April 22 to 30th June 22. If they have suffered a loss of 7,200 in 9 months, what is the loss to be recorded for this 3 months period? It will be 9 8 is 72 and 3 is 2,400 of loss would be recorded here. Then we have to consider 12 months, previous 12 months, means from 1st July 21 to 5th April 22. So, problem is in this question is that your accounting year has been changed. So, from 1st July 21 till 30th September 21, in that tax year, the individual has earned 100 of total profit, and we have to consider the profit for this 3 months period. So, it will be 25. And in this period from 30th September 21 to 5th April 22, this is the 6 months period, and in which it has suffered a loss of 4,800. How 4,800? Because out of 7,200, 2,400 of loss has already been recognized in the tax year 22-23. So, 4,800 of loss plus 25 of profit gives you a net loss of 4,775. So, these are the losses to be recorded here in these tax year. So, first to calculate the total loss, this will be 2,400 plus 4,775 plus 1,800 of overlap profit. This will be 65 and 24, 8,975 of total loss. Now, we have to consider all these years from 20-23 in which the business has ceased. So, there is no profit, 21-22 and then 20-21 and 19-20. So, it is 75, 73, 100. So total loss is 8975. As we have to follow the LIFO basis, first we have to set up the loss against 2122. Remaining would be 8875. 7300 of loss will be set up in 2021. Remaining 1575 of loss will be set up in this year. Because in terminal losses we have to follow the LIFO basis, and you have to prepare the loss memorandum as well. That loss is used first against 2122, then against 2021, and then against remaining loss is set up against the profit of 1920. Now about choices of loss relief. If it is against total income, quick as compared to the carry forward, but it involves loss of personal loans, as you have not been given an option to partially claim the loss